Hi, everybody. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about mortgage-backed insurance versus home insurance versus life and disability insurance. I'm not a home insurance provider, a life insurance or disability insurance provider, or a mortgage insurer, but I can give you kind of the Coles Notes overview from our lens as to why each is important. So mortgage-backed insurance is required when obtaining a mortgage with less than 20% down. So if you're to obtain a mortgage and put less than 20% down, you automatically are going to incur something called mortgage-backed insurance. That premium varies depending on if you're self-employed, if you are putting more than 5% down, if you're borrowing any of that down payment, and if you're qualifying underneath a specialized program. In addition to that, with that mortgage-backed insurance, that insurance is protecting both you and the lender in the case of default. That insurance is placed to protect the lender, saying this borrower doesn't have a significant amount of capital from a lender's perspective down at the time of purchase, and they're paying this additional premium to get into the market and protect themselves in the case of something occurring. This coverage protects the lender in the case of default. It doesn't result in you being free and clear in the case of defaulting on the loan, but it protects the lender in their lens. When it comes to the insurers, we have 3 mortgage-backed insurers in Canada: CMHC, Canada Guarantee, and Sagen. If you want to learn more about them, their involvement within Canada and their specialized programs, feel free to reach out, or we'll be chatting about them over the weeks ahead. In addition to that, when we look at home insurance, some clients have said, well, I'm already paying mortgage-backed insurance. Why am I also paying for home insurance? Home insurance protects you in the case of fire, flood, theft, or earthquake. With those elements, the importance of having home insurance has never been more important than now with our ever-evolving climate landscape. So it's super important before you remove conditions on a home that you're purchasing that you ensure that you have insurance in place. In addition to that, make sure that before your insurance lapses or renews, that you're able to look at different quotes. If you want to speak to an alternate company or talk to someone about your different alternatives, feel free to reach out and we can connect you with someone in our network. Lastly is life and disability insurance. There's a number of different ways in which you can source this, and I always recommend speaking to a life or disability provider. We cannot provide guidance in relation to it because we're not an insurance provider. But what is it? Life insurance is protecting you in the case of passing for all of your assets or debts, right? For a certain amount. Whereas mortgage protection plan, which is another type of life insurance, would protect solely the mortgage balance at the time of passing. It's super important to ensure that you have both the right coverage in place if you're putting less than 20% down, that you're aware of the costs. Secondly, ensuring that you have a home insurance policy that's protecting both your home, your contents, and your cost of living in the case of displacement. And lastly, that you protect one of your largest assets in the case of passing or in the case of becoming ill or injured and being unable to work. So it's super important that you explore all of those options, and they're all supplied through 3 different providers. The first one, for mortgage-backed insurance, we would handle and assist you with obtaining that at the time of situating your lender. The second, home insurance, would be issued through a home insurance provider, which you can obtain from either the previous owner, or we can connect you with a third-party individual, or you can ask your friends and family. And lastly, with life and disability, we do have options accessible both through Sun Life and through a mortgage protection plan, but I always recommend having a third-party discussion with a life and disability provider, as they are going to be the most well-educated and knowledgeable to give you the options best for your needs. If you have any questions about any of those things, or wonder if you have any of those elements on your existing property, or are evaluating what might be best for you moving forward, feel free to reach out.